Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Johnny Cooks. I'm here, we're making some fish. We're gonna do a barramundi with a zesty cilantro sauce. This barramundi is actually a fish that I'd never really eaten before HelloFresh. And so it's a really good fish. I've always had like cod or halibut or salmon, other fish like that, but this barramundi is really good. The one other thing that my wife and I really like about this recipe is the garlic couscous. It's like an Israeli couscous, and this couscous, guys, is like some of the best couscous that I have tasted. This stuff cooks up amazing. So we're gonna get into it. What you're gonna need for this is you're gonna need 12 ounces of carrots. You're gonna need a quarter ounce of cilantro, finely chopped, which I've already done here. And your carrots are gonna be, of course, peeled and then cut crosswise and throw away your ends like usual. And then you're gonna need one lemon that you're gonna zest and then quarter the lemon. In my case, I like to half it. I just do it that way. You're gonna need 2 garlic cloves pressed or minced up. That's there. We're gonna need a tablespoon of cumin, which is right here, ground cumin, or teaspoon, sorry, a teaspoon of ground cumin, and then a teaspoon of chili flakes, depending on how much heat you want to have in it. And then your veggie stock concentrate is going to be about half an ounce of veggie stock concentrate. And then, of course, your Israeli couscous, which is 2.5 ounces here. You can buy it in a bigger batch as well, but it's 2.5 ounces of the Israeli couscous. And make sure you get Israeli couscous, guys. That's where the money is, right there. Is in that Israeli couscous. So there's that, and then of course you're gonna need your barramundi, about 10 ounces of your barramundi fish. Not sure where you can find this. Like I said, I've only really gotten this through HelloFresh, but I'm sure that there are places out there that carry it. So go ahead and look for some. It's a very good fish. You're just going to cook it skin side down for most of the time. Let that skin crisp up, and the skin is edible, kind of like a salmon. So it is actually really good. So we're going to get right into cooking, guys. I've already prepped everything, so I'm going to move over here. We're going to start cooking and getting everything going. So I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, guys, we're back over here. We're at the stove cooking area. I've got a little bit different setup. I want to give you guys kind of a different view of me actually doing the cooking and whatnot. So what we're going to do is start with our carrots first. So over here, and I got a foil lined pan already. We're going to take all those carrots that we had sliced up, toss it right in. And then what we're going to do is give it a drizzle of oil, and then some salt and pepper. So just a little drizzle of oil over it all so that we can toss it in there. I think that oil is done. That oil is done. So there we go. We'll get our salt and pepper right in here. Our good Redmond's Utah salt, guys. Get that cracked over. Get us some pepper. My wife's favorite spice. She loves pepper. So I always make sure I put plenty of pepper in because she loves pepper. So we're going to go ahead and get this tossed up and all mixed in, and then we're going to put it in the oven after I wash my hands because I'm going to have oil all over them now from tossing all this. So there we go. We got it there. If you don't want to get messy, you can always just spray it with some cooking spray. And, you know, put your salt and pepper on there. Get our hands washed. Here we go. Dry them off. Okay, so now we're going to get this in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes, guys. I always go on the lower end and then check it. So put it on your top rack. Set your timer. Like I said, we're going to do 20. And then next we're going to move on to in a small bowl, we're going to combine the cilantro, half the half the cumin, half the lemon zest, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We've got another bottle here of this lovely olive oil here, guys. We got more of that. So we're going to get our bowl. It says we want half of the lemon zest, half of the cilantro. There we go. And 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Oh, wait, half the cumin as well. Can't forget our cumin. Oh, cilantro, all the cilantro. So we want all the cilantro. I was thinking half of the cumin and half of the lemon zest. Okay, but all of the cilantro. Make our cilantro sauce. Or basically, let's go here. So get half that cumin in. And you can eyeball it, guys. And then, like I said, if it's a teaspoon, get a half teaspoon in here. I'm just going to eyeball it. There we go. And then we're going to get our 2 tablespoons of olive oil, which I've got my fancy measuring cup here. We're going to get that going. So let's get this opened up. There we go. Put this in the trash can. There we go. And like I said, guys, I got a fancy measuring cup here. We're going to get that. Got 2 tablespoons. So we'll pour that in there till we get to the 2. Whoop. There we go. We got 2 tablespoons in there. Dump it on in. Put this over in the sink. We'll get our tiny whisk. A little tiny whisk, guys. We'll get it going. Love my tiny little whisk. It does great for little things like this. All right. So we got that all done. We need a big squeeze of lemon juice and a pinch of the garlic and then salt and pepper. Okay, so we're going to take half of this lemon. Guys, this is why I go ahead and just cut it in half. Because then we're going to just squirt in half of it right here. Try not to squirt yourself in the face or anything. But get as much of that lemon as you can without any of the seeds. You can feel the seeds coming out in my hand now. There we go. That's a decent amount of lemon. And the seeds. Like I said, guys, if you can find yourself one of those citrus juicers that you cut it in half and you put it in there and then you juice it out, those would actually be really good for this. I need to actually look at getting me one. I will stop at the store and try to remember that. So we're putting that in there. And then it said big squeeze lemon juice. Oh, the pinch of the garlic. So a little pinch of the garlic here. It's going in there. And then, of course, some salt and pepper. And then we'll mix it again one more time. So there's a pinch of salt, pinch of pepper, and then some chili flakes in there. Wife and I haven't been really feeling heat lately, so I'm not going to put any of the chili flakes in. But you can add chili flakes, guys, if you want to add heat. So once you mix it all up, guys, that's what you're going to get. Nice little consistency there. See if we can get it over without spilling it. There we go. Okay. So there we go. We got that done now. Now we're going to heat a tablespoon of butter in our pan here, and then we're going to add the couscous and the remaining garlic. And then we're going to stir in 3/4 cup of water. So let's go ahead and get that water first. My water measuring cup is not down there. There it is. And the dishwasher clean. So you want 3/4 cup. There we go. Got our 3/4 cup of water. Okay. Get our tablespoon of butter. So find our stick butter in the fridge. Knife we got here. Just need a little knife to cut this with. There we go. So now we'll get this going to get our couscous going. So now that's going. And then we will add our couscous and the remaining garlic. So let's go ahead and get our couscous ready. And as always, got a nice little tear here. So we'll get that. So now we've got this, we got our butter melting in the pot here. And then we're going to go ahead and give that a cover as well once we get the water and the stock concentrate in here. And then once we get the water, stock concentrate going in there, we will cover it. So let me grab a lid real quick. I do not have a tiny lid for this one. I don't know what happened to it. Might need to see if I can find one. All right, our butter is basically melted. Try and get that last little bit melted. There it goes. Now the butter's melted. So now we're going to toss in the couscous and our remaining garlic, just like it said. Okay. And then we're going to give that a big stir up. And then you're going to toast this for about a minute or two. So we're at 1330. So we're going to go till 1230, 12 minutes. Just let it toast up a little bit. Get that garlic spread out. Get that garlic toasting too. Browning up a little bit. So you're just going to want to keep just, I would say keep stirring. Just ensure that you're not burning it, that you are toasting each piece. And like I said, guys, this is going to be great. Israeli couscous, my wife and I's favorite couscous now. We can't think about going back to any other type of couscous because that's how good this couscous is. This Israeli couscous is really good. We really enjoy it. And this is a simple meal, guys. We got our carrots in there. We got our Israeli couscous here, and then we're going to cook the fish in a minute. It's simple, guys. It just goes right in. You cook it up just a little bit. Doesn't take a lot. Doesn't take a lot at all. So we're going to get going. I don't know why we're saying that because I'm already going. So, all right, there we go. It's nice and toasted. We're past the 12:30 minute mark. I think we're good on that. I don't want to burn anything. Go ahead and toast it just a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze in our veggie concentrate, veggie stock concentrate. And here it sizzle as it hits the pan. And then we're going to throw in our water. There we go. Throw our stock concentrate away. Let's give this a stir one more time. Make sure everything's off the sides there. There we go. Okay. Now what we're going to do is get that going to high, get that on a boil. Once it's boiling, then we'll cover it and we'll let it cook for 6 to 8 minutes, guys. So that'll be going for 6 to 8 minutes. And then if it finishes, basically you're cooking it until it's like al dente. It's kind of like almost like a pasta. And then we'll remove it from the heat once we're done with that time. So once this gets boiling. But we're going to go ahead and get this fish out and pat it dry. So over here, let's grab out our 4 sections of paper towel. Oh, that is boiling. So now we're going to cover that, reduce that to a low, and let it go for 6 to 8 minutes. So set a 6-minute timer so we can check on it, make sure we don't overcook and overburn it. So there we go. Let's get our fish opened up over here. Okay, there we go. Now we're opened. Pull it out, put it on our paper towels. We're just going to pat it dry, just like we would basically anything else. Get our fish trash put in the trash can. Okay, there we go. Just like you'd pat any other type of meat dry, guys. Just going to pat it dry. Okay, there we go. And then let's see, I think we're just going to season it up with the remaining cumin and some salt and pepper. So I'm going to wash my hands real quick. Anytime you're handling any kind of raw meat, guys, you always want to get your hands cleaned off. Get a drizzle of oil in this pan over here. There we go. Let's go ahead and get that heating up while we're dealing with the rest of this fish. So now it's said to take the rest of the cumin here, guys, and put it over this fish. So we're just going to shake, shake, shake. Shake it all the time. If you're a Beetlejuice fan like I am. Shake, shake, menorah. Shake it all the time. Love Beetlejuice. Okay, so there we go. And then some pepper. I'll get it all rubbed in here in a second. Just going to massage it in a little bit. Okay, there we go. That way I get that cumin spread out on there too, because it kind of clumped up a little bit. Now I'm getting it spread out, and there's some that fell off to the side, so I can put a little bit more on this one. This is on the paper towel still. There we go. Now we're all rubbed in. Good, seasoned. There we go. Use my clean hand to wash my hands, because we got that oil going over there, just letting it get hot. Once it's hot, guys, we will be able to lay that in there and get our skin cooking. You want to put it in skin side down first, as always. And I'm not a huge fan of the pan I'm using right now, because it kind of bows up in the middle, and so none of my oil really gets there. I wish it was concave a little bit, where the oil sat in the middle. But we'll get that oil moved around so that we can put that fish in there. I'm trying to let it get nice and hot. Sorry, guys, I got something in my throat. I'm going to grab a drink. Grab me a Dr. Pepper real quick. Not busting open a cold one, guys. Just a Dr. Pepper. Right there, Dr. Pepper. No, this video is not sponsored by Dr. Pepper or HelloFresh. We just love making these meals. We love eating it. And I just want to share my love of cooking with you guys any way I can. And we will be going back to the D&D book. Just needed to go back to this, get some HelloFresh going again. But we'll definitely continue with that D&D book and get some other stuff out of there. And also, my wife and I want to do a cheesecake video, because she's a great baker and she really loves to make cheesecake and stuff. And that's actually how I first kind of got my wife, is I made a cheesecake myself, and I filmed myself doing it several years ago. And then I sent her that video. She calls that her most cherished video, guys, where I'm making a fool of myself, making some cheesecake, because she was saying she was such a good baker and everything. So I wanted to prove that I could as well. But she loves it. I think I've proven myself over and over since then by cooking all these meals for her and everything, letting her feel treated. Always want to treat your women, guys. Keep them happy. They don't have to do it all. We can do it too. All right, now we got that fish going. You're going to leave it in there skin side down for probably like 6 minutes. Yeah, I would say 4 to 6 minutes is what the thing says. I'm going to say around 6 minutes. We're just going to kind of just move that oil back and forth along the bottom of the pan. This timer's about to go off. The couscous is still cooking. It's still got quite a bit in there. I'm probably going to go an extra couple of minutes. So I'm going to start a 6-minute timer here for my fish. And then this is just going to continue to cook. And for another couple minutes, and then I'll check it, pull it off. You can strain it May not get all the water absorbed. It's not like rice, so you can always just use a slotted spoon if you want as well to dish it up. So we will definitely check that out in a couple minutes when that gets down to like, oh, I didn't start my timer. I don't know what happened. There we go. Losing my mind today, guys. But now that we got this, everything's cooking, guys. As you can see, we got the fish going right here. We got the couscous going back here, and our carrots are in the oven. They've got about 4 minutes left. I will see you guys in probably 4 minutes or so when I pull these carrots out. And also, we'll check on this couscous in a little bit. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be done. Like I said, guys, it doesn't have to absorb all the liquid. So just check it after your 4 to 6 minutes. Or actually, sorry, your 6 to 8 minutes of cooking it. And then just check it, make sure it's done. It's al dente. It's not hard as a rock as it was when it first went in. So, and then you can always drain it, or you can use a slotted spoon. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Until then, we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. Timer just went off for the carrots here. So checking those. Those look beautifully done. Look at those, guys. Those look good. So we're going to set that back here on a heating pad until we get finished with this fish, which means the fish is ready to be turned as well. So we'll go ahead and give that a flip. And if you don't have a fish spatula, I recommend you get one. They're good for eggs. They're good for all kinds of stuff so that there's not a whole lot of surface area kind of broken up in there. All right, so now we got that fish flipped over. So now we're going to set another 4-minute timer for that fish to cook on this side, to finish cooking all the way through. And then I'll see you guys then. All right, guys, we're back. We got about a minute left on the timer here. So I'm going to go ahead and start plating up some stuff. I went ahead and drained this couscous and then put the lid back on it just to keep it warm. So let's go ahead and get that dished out. Let me find a big spoon. There we go. Put some out here. I'm doing one closer to the camera. Show you guys some of that couscous. Look how good it looks. That way I can show you this plate, guys, once it's done. So there we go. Get that couscous in there. Okay. Now this fish is basically done and ready. So let's go ahead and get it off the pan. Look at that skin, guys. Look how beautiful that is. Woo! That's hot. Look how skin is nice and crusted. So I'm going to put that down. Kill the heat. Get this other piece off for my wife. There we go. Get it flipped skin side down as well. And then get a little bit of our zest over here with our carrots that have been sitting for a little bit. Kind of just toss that with that lemon zest. Get that in there. And then we'll go ahead and get this dish up. Pan's not hot anymore, so we're good there. There we go. Get the carrots from my plate. And then all you're gonna do is stir up your cilantro sauce over here. One last time, we're gonna take that and we're gonna drizzle it right on that fish, guys. Just drizzling it on there, just for goodness. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. So there we go, guys. We got our plate all done up. It looks delicious. Try and give you a closer up view. There we go. Look at that. You got that sauce, that olive oil kind of sauce on there. It looks amazing. The couscous and everything. So let's go ahead and give this a whirl, guys. Let me pull out a fork here. So let's go ahead and give this a tasting. Make sure we get some of that skin. If you want, you can use a knife. Mmm. 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 Good food should make you want to dance. And that's good food. Makes me want to dance, guys. Man, that was delicious. The cilantro, the oil, the garlic in there, along with the lemon juice you can taste, and everything else. I know these carrots and this couscous can be good, but I'm just going to taste the fish right now. This is it, guys. Barramundi fish with a, what was it, a creamy cilantro, zesty cilantro sauce, sorry. Barramundi with a zesty cilantro sauce, lemony carrots, and our garlic couscous, guys. This has been another episode of Johnny Cooks. I'm going to go enjoy my dinner. I hope you guys enjoy yours. If you try this out sometime, let me know. Like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. And get it out there, guys. I hope you have a great week.